Today in this series, we are going to talk about how to teach your child to pay attention. You know that paying attention is crucial to learn anything. Drawing attention or paying attention is not an end in itself. It is a means to an end. In that way, you don't just call a child, and when the child answers, you are looking at the child. The attention you want to get from the child is for him or her to learn a skill. So attention is not an end in itself. So what that entails is that for you to increase your child's attention, you must have a goal in mind. What do you want to teach him? What do you want him to learn? If not, there's no need. Allow the child to play about. All right. So the first thing you need to do is to have a goal. What do you want the child to do? What do you want him? You want him to listen to you. You want him to see what you're doing. You want him to do what you're doing. Whatever it is, identify a goal for drawing the child's attention. So, for example, it could be that you want to teach him a skill. For example, maybe clap your hands or writing or just to do what you're doing. All right, okay. So once you identify the goal you have in mind, the next thing that is crucial is for you to find an interest. What is the child interested in? All right. If the child is maybe playing with a ball or playing with a toy and you want to teach him at that moment, that toy he's playing with that he likes at that moment could be a source of reinforcement for him. Because a child might just be running around playing with some toys, with his car or with a train, and you want to teach him. So since you know that that train is what he's playing with, and when you go to collect it from him, he might start crying or throwing tantrums, you can just turn that interest into a reinforcement. So when you collect it from him, you use it to draw him to a secluded area, a distraction-free area. For example, if he's playing with a car, you can just take the ball or the car and you be like, why are you taking my ball? And he want to follow you. So when he's now following you, you are drawing him to a particular place which you have already set up to use and teach him. So if it's a clapping skill you want to teach him, you can now tell him, Obina, okay, sit down and I'll give you the ball. So he sits down, you give him the ball. It might need some prompting, you give it to him. So when you now tell him, all right, if you clap, if you do whatever I tell you, I will give you the ball. Because he's just doing and he wants the ball, you have to insist, do this and I'll give you the ball. Do this, I'll give you the ball. So as he obeys you, give him the ball just for a second, collect it back. So whenever he obeys you in order to get the ball, you need to praise him. Tell him, good job, Obina. And he collect the ball back. All right? Or yeah, clap. You prompt him to clap, clap, and you give him the ball. You tell him, good job. You collect the ball back from him and keep it on the table. And I tell him, oh yeah, clap again. And you give him the ball. So it has to be an so right then he's now paying attention to whatever you tell him to do in order to get the ball. So with that you increase your child's attention. So at that point you can tell him, oh yeah, turn around. So turn it into a play. Oh yeah, turn around and I'll give you the ball. So as you do, you have to do it, show it and all that so that it will be fun. So by the time you know it, he might not by the time you know it, he might not even be interested in the ball. He will not be interested in whatever you are doing. You can even start jumping. I Obina, jump, jump, and yeah, I'll give you the ball. So it becomes a play. So with that kind of on and off, he will know that he's expected to pay attention to whatever you are saying in order to get his desired reward. All right, so you can use this to teach him other things. Even wash your hands and I'll give you ball, and he washes his hands. Or yeah, do this and I'll give you this. So the key now is to Find that thing he's interested in, make it into a play, and let him learn to obey instructions. Know that their attention span is low, so do not stretch it unless the boy, unless your child is enjoying it, or do not overstretch it. If not, they'll just get satiated. They might not even be interested in it again. All right, so be patient and flexible, and then be consistent. Consistent is very key, repetition is very key. Just continue doing it, and he'll now be he'll find it fun to pay attention, as in to listen to your next instruction, because he knows he'll be getting what he wants. So I hope this helps you to increase your child's attention.